One second, guys. Slight technical problem. Like someone said earlier, it's not a Transformers stream without a technical problem. Let's get the camera working, and then we are up and running. Hey, and there we are. So, thank you all for being patient. Welcome to another Transformers Earth Wars live stream coming to you on a Sunday. So, yeah, quite a quiet event. So, we're just going to do a bit of a few attacks. Got a bit of crystal cracking with the big the big news of the new Chinese test account. Then I forgot totally about the actual crystal cracking we're going to do. So we're going to do it today. We're going to crack our crystals from the leaderboard. Going to crack some crystals from that. And we're also going to talk, as the thumbnail suggests, about what we've been talking in playtest. Now, I just want to do a little disclaimer that, nothing that that we're going to say today is definite. Nothing is going to happen. There's nothing guaranteed. But I just want to talk about some of the ideas we've had, because some of them are really good ideas. And, one of them is, slightly from the thumbnail, you might have an idea what it's about. But it was actually quite a funny idea. But I actually think it's quite a good idea in a way. And then the conversation evolved from that into what we're hoping will come to the game short term, long term. And it's been a really, really strong discussion between all the playtesters. But it's been a good discussion as well, with a lot of good ideas coming through. So first of all, let's say a few hellos on who we've got. So we've got Fitz, who was first. Congratulations. Grind Time, how's it going? A big shout out to all my platinum members, especially. So that's Grind Time, Chris Lewis, Righteous, and SG Soundwave, who has become a member this week. So for all those that are members and you're in the chat, we're going to be doing some giveaways for some Google Play and some iTunes gift cards for platinum members only. Gold members can go in competitions here and there for some Sunstreaker Wozza stash crystals outside of our normal competition. Along with the platinum members, but the platinum members are in a pool to win some iTunes and some Google Play cards in maybe a week or two's time. So then, who we've got? We've got DoMD Cyclops, we've got Risku, we've got Tyler Leonard, Sharksy, thanks for posting the link. Righteous, who just mentioned. One of our mods, Crush11, another one of our mods as well. Joseph Trillo. SG Soundwave, who we just mentioned. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming. Who else have we got? Eddie Lee as well. And Hot Rod 591. Windblade. Have we got everyone? Wolfpath SB. Is that everyone? Garrett, how's it going? Welcome, Garrett. Atari as well. Hey, how's it going, brother? Atari is a fellow member from Psyops, good guy. You might not think it by being in Discord, but he is. We've got Silverball. I think we've got nearly all the mods in today. Well done, yeah. And Jason Skimendeke. I can't pronounce your name, sorry, bud. And Matt Poley, but I think he's on his own today. No Roly Poly brothers. So yeah, thanks for everyone for joining. So let's have a look at the game. And we'll have a bit of a chat while we're looking at the game as well. Some stuff has been updated on my account. And thanks to Jason Smedeke, who's become a member. So you get some cool little emojis you can use, things like that. And we try and give you a sort of shout out in stream. And then some prioritized replies to any questions you've got. So yeah, if you've got any questions, you're a member, put it in the stream, and I'll make sure that I catch it and answer your questions. Okay, cool. So, what should we do? Do you want to do crystal cracking first, or do you want to talk about wars first? I'll let you guys decide. It's a pretty chilled out stream today, so what do you reckon? Crystal cracking, or talk about wars and what might be coming to the game? So, news or crystals? I'll give you a minute to decide. I'll give you guys a minute to have a look at it. Who've been in a war against? Oh, yeah, them guys, the Chinese guys. Oh, my friend Spa is on a defense and Grindside's on defense. I know I was going to say wars first, but everyone else saying crystals. Looks like it's crystals, doesn't it? Oh, it's ooh. Even Grindtime's saying crystals. Grindtime's just saying crystals because he don't want to show his base getting flattened. But no, as I said before, guys, you know, base design, it's irrelevant really at the minute. Let's be honest. Tyrus asked about the new ability 11. We can't really say anything yet. But what I can say is I know that you made a suggestion, a prediction, sorry, and you weren't far off. That's all I'll say. And yes, I mean we can guarantee that there'll be quite a few beast wars in there. We can say that, can't we? We know that. That's common sense. So coming from that, you could probably work out who's going to be in there. And if you were, you know, really clever, you might have seen a screenshot somewhere about an ability 11 that's coming to the game. But hey, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Well, let's put a bit of volume on. Just realised. I thought it was a bit quiet. This is not a bad design. This looks alright, grind time. This looks a bit like my old design, but not quite as well. Front-loaded base. It's a good base that splits bots. It might have sure lost this, you never know. Not a bad base design though. It split the bots. That's what you want. If it splits bots, then it works. So we're going to open some crystals first. And then we're going to talk about wars and what we've been talking in playtest. Fabian's been off this week, so we've only got 5 bots to test. We should be getting another 5 next week. So I think ability 11 will be about another 2 weeks, I think. I have complained, saying that it's too long. I have. I get there's other things on their minds, like Titans and stuff, but still, it still needs to be sped up. It's not good enough. It needs to be as quick as they said it will be every month. And there we are. Optimus in 3-star. Cool, but we don't want a 3-star. We want a 4-star. I'm not going to open any of these freebies. I'm not going to bother. Let's get straight into it. 3-star shards. I forgot there was shards in these, actually. I thought it was just dupes. That'll be a 2-star. That'll be a 2-star, I think. 4-star shards, I think. Prems. Got quite a few prems saved up now. Oh, duplicate 3-star. Yep. Dupe City time. Well, it's just shards, so not really. So yeah, duplicate 2-stars. Got a 3-star. Oh, you don't get a 2-star anymore, do you? Because you can just cash them in for a 2-star. Oh, yeah. Another 10. Yeah, we were did top 10 this leaderboard. I'm working again, so I couldn't do top 5, sadly. Those days are sort of gone now. We're back at work. Lockdown helped me a lot. Hence why I progressed to Psy. But now we're back to work. Sad as it is. Oh, shard, dupe city. Quite a few 4-star shards, not too bad. Yeah, shard city. That's a bit, yeah. Shard city. What's the 3-star? Ah, 2 3-star dupes. I've got a lot of freebies saved up. I'll be honest with Shark City, there's actually not a reason, and I honestly, listen. Usually, I'll say to you guys, "Oh, look, I'm saving my freebies." Yeah. But no, I said it before, and we used them, and I'm saving them again because I've got no much use for them. I don't really need any more 5-stars, to be honest. I'm saving my prems as well because I don't really need them. So, yeah, that's the only reason. Just no use for them, really. I'm also saving mechanics. But I've been saving them for the last 9 months, so doesn't mean anything. But if you want to save your freebies, you can do, guys. We'll talk about that a bit later as well, on why I'm doing it. But I have no inside knowledge, no reason other than a bit of a gut instinct on something. But again, that's Just my own opinion completely. No guarantees at all. But, so, let's talk about wars. So, we've been talking in playtest. Let's just skip all this rubbish. We've been talking in playtest about how to make wars harder. And the big problem about, and this is always a problem we come to whenever we just discuss wars. Guys like myself in the top 5 say, yeah, let's amp it up, let's make it more difficult. And then the guys that are, you know, top 10 to 20, 10 to 30 say, well, that'll just make lots of our guys quit. That'll make it too hard for us and too difficult. So, you know, we can't really amp it up too much. But, you know, but we're saying like, well, let's add an extra 5% HP onto Prime League. And we're saying that's not enough. That's not going to work. So I believe that Yanis is working on something. It's going to come out after Titans. So we're probably looking at October before this is even going to come out. And for me, that's not soon enough. It needs to be a lot sooner than that. So we're talking in playtest. What can we do in the meantime? While waiting for Yanis to look at wars and maybe revamp it. So there's been loads of suggestions about having a second Prime League, which I don't agree with. There's been suggestions of loads of other things. So I said loads of things, but there's 2 things that I liked, and none of these are ridiculously new, but it's a new look on things which I'm hoping they'll go with. So the first thing was that someone made a joke. And then actually after the joke, we're like, well, that's actually not a bad idea. And we were talking about effects. And we're talking about which effects are the hardest, which effects are the best, which effects we would like to see. We're all discussing this. And one playtester said, what we should do is, let's just get the apes to get a Wheel of Fortune on the stream, spin the wheel, and wherever it lands on, spin it 3 times, wherever it lands on, that's the effects we're going with for the next whatever. That's the effects we'll go with. And we all thought it was a bit of a joke. But then we started to catch wind a bit. And we're like, well, actually, that's not a bad idea in terms of random effects. So we did start talking, and Grindtown backing up a bit about his sort of, the way he went with it. In terms of having pathways. If you've not seen Grindtown's videos on wars and how he thinks they're going to be sorted out, go and check them out, because that'll give you a bit of an insight of what we're discussing as well. So we're discussing these pathways, and we discussed having different effects at different pathways maybe, or different effects at different bases. But then what we came up with was that we should be able to have whatever effects we've got in the game, maybe amped up a bit, nothing too ridiculous, but change them every 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So what normally happens is we change the effects, we get used to the effects, and then it becomes easy again. But as these effects change, it makes it harder because you're not as quick to get used to it. And spinning the wheel might be a bit of a joke. That's not going to happen maybe, but I think that was quite funny. But it started sort of, you know, the birth of changing the effects more often every 4 weeks. So we'll have 3 random effects maybe. I don't know if that's going to be random or pick 3. But it's going to change a lot more often, hopefully. This is not set in stone again. It's just been discussion, but, you know, Dale was there, and Dale said, that's actually a pretty good idea, and I'll put this to the apes. So we're hopeful that the effects are going to change every 3 or 4 weeks. So the effects will change a lot quicker. Which, again, is not going to fix war. It's not going to revitalise them. But while we're waiting for Yanis to change these things, it's something a bit fresh. And then it also came up again, which we've also discussed in the past. It also came up where we were talking about making bots irrelevant in the game and bringing out counters. So we started on Goldfire. It's always Goldfire, it's always Blades, it's always Tracks. So the problem is that these 3 bots are massively overpowered in the game. There's no way to defend against Tracks, really. There's no way to defend against Goldfire, and no real way to defend against Blades. And then people were like, well, why don't we just bring them anti-hack cores that we were talking about? And then we're like, no, we can't do that. No, we can't make a bot irrelevant. But then we started talking about things that, okay, so we're changing Prime League effects, hopefully, every 3 to 4 weeks. Why could we not have anti-hack hack things in the game for 3 to 4 weeks. So an effect that would make Goldfire hard to use for 3 to 4 weeks. Then an effect that makes blades hard to use for 3 to 4 weeks. An effect that makes tracks hard to use for 3 to 4 weeks. So that bot that you've got is not getting nerfed, and so you're like, oh my god, I've spent all this money on this bot and now he's useless. It's like, right, I spent all this money on this bot, but for the next few weeks I may need to find a replacement for the next 3 to 4 weeks. So your whole team will work apart from that one bot. So these teams that evolve around using tracks all the time, they're going to struggle a bit. They will. They've got to evolve and they've got to find a different bot, a different way of doing things. Those people that depend on just blades, they will struggle a bit. Those people that depend on just Goldfire, they will struggle a bit. But it makes people evolve into using different attacks. Now, again, I was dead against this at the start because it was, it was permanent. Whereas making it where it's only 4 weeks, I don't think that's too bad, Atari's put 3 weeks behind without blades would be serious. Well, again, we as top players, we cannot as top players say about the game, oh, it's too easy, and then complain and make it harder. And Cushion's put, not nerfs, counters. Yeah, it's not a nerf. It's not nerfing the bot for 4 weeks. It's making it in walls. Okay, so they might bring out that all build bots for the 4 weeks make any defenses in the range unhackable for them 4 weeks. So Blaze stats would not change, and Goldfire stats would not change. No one's stats change. The bot does not change, but there's something put in the game to make it harder in some way. Just for 4 weeks. Goldfire, we're a bit like, well, I don't know what we're going to do about that. But in terms of Goldfire, what I said was on China server, and I really stand by this a lot. This is a big thing for me. On the China server, the combiners, so look at that combiner there. So the combiner has half their health. On China server, they have 100% of their health. So people do sack attacks against max combiners, find it really hard to take that combiner down. Whereas if the combiner's got 100% health, one tracks cloud is not going to cover it, which means you're going to have to use 2. Which means then you can't do 4 swipes with Goldfire because you won't have enough points. So then you can only do 3 with Goldfire, which makes him harder to use. It makes tracks harder to use. So things like just adding 100% HP to a combiner changes the way the game works. It makes it more difficult for certain attacks. So yeah, listen, we're not going to nerf bots. When I said, create counters and not nerfs, maybe it's the wrong word. But they're going to create something where it makes that bot hard to use for 4 weeks. Just for 4 weeks. Then I'll move on to something else. So yeah. And grind times, but yeah, good idea. But Space has a poor record with fixing issues, and this has the possibility of creating many issues. I don't think we've got that many issues in terms of Prime League effects, though. The new issues come with new bots. That's when the issues come. New combats, new bots. I mean, what was the last Prime League effect that was bugged? I'm trying to think. Now. What was the last Prime League effect that was had a bug or had a glitch? I can't think. Because all the glitches, let's be honest, revolve around bots. So yeah. Ataris put just don't heal nerf healers for 3 weeks. It might be, it might be that mortars do in terms of the healers things. So for healers, I would do that mortars do double damage. So if you put target protocol on a mortar, they will do double damage against gunners and healers. So that would make them harder. Again, that's a counter. That's a counter designed against healers. And for me, that would be there for 4 weeks. Whereas mortars do double damage. Maybe 2.5 times damage. With crazy damage. To stop people from going into war and going, let's take out beam lasers, take out launchers, take out the MDS, walk the base, drop the combiner when we put the outpost, drop tracks, and walk the rest of the base. Boring. Absolutely boring. What you want is, okay, well, there's a beam laser launcher, but I've got a launcher that throws glass gas out, and then I've got a mortar which is doing 2.5 times damage. If I leave that mortar and that launcher up and running still, that's going to be seriously more worrying than an MDS. So can I get around the MDS a different way and maybe one-shot those instead? Again, it makes you think of different tactics. It changes things up a bit. So that's what we're discussing in playtest at the minute, and you know, and there was also talk of what's the thing we talked about? There was talk of elimination mode. I know that Grind Times touched upon this, and I've always said that it's not the best idea. I understand where it's coming from, but it's great for the top guys that've got loads of bots, you know, but it's not good for those that haven't. And I did put a poll on Facebook as a point because some playtesters were going, that's a good idea. I was like, it's really not. It's a really bad idea. It's a really poor idea. And so I put a poll on Facebook to ask, I did want to do it on my channel because I thought it's a bit, people know where I stand in terms of, elimination wars, I think. So I didn't want to put it in my Discord on my channel, and then, people will just vote for what I want. I want people to vote on their own. So I put it on Facebook. And literally, I think about 100 people said no, and like 12 people said yes. So I can't see elimination mode in wars happening. I think it's really, really poor. A really, really poor idea. I think that a lot of lower down guys will really struggle. But again, this is not the answer. This is not going to bring those guys that have quit the game back to the game by adding in Prime League effects more often. It's going to spice it up a bit in the meantime. I think it'll lower scores a bit. It'll make people level more bots. It's a short-term fix. Very much a short-term fix. But I'm glad they're looking at it, though. I'm glad that, and Dale sort of spearheaded that. And again, I can't, I can't speak highly of Dale enough. I really can't. I really like the guy. He does a lot for the game, a lot for the community. And I'm glad he's part of the Space 8 team. But they definitely need to make an adjustment now. They definitely need to make a change coming up to October, and they need to stand by that promise. And once Titans are done, they need to really focus on that, really. And really, make a go of it, really, to improve the game. Really do. But yeah, if you guys have got any suggestions, then hit me up in my Discord. I have an ideas section where you can throw your ideas into the game. If you've got an idea, especially about wars, then just tag me in that and put an idea in. But it's got to tick certain boxes. I mean, sometimes I see some ideas and I'm just like, oh, no. It's like some ideas are like, we should have a game mode where you can fight with the bots. Well, no, that's force a fight. They're not going to create a whole new game within a game. And some people are like going, a bigger map. All right, well, you're like the 100,000th person to ever suggest that. So, let's try and be a bit original. You've got to be a bit original with it. It's got to be something that's in the game already that can be changed. These prime effects, super easy to change, quick turnaround. Every month they could do that. But anything hugely big is crazy. And I see a lot of ideas about the old way we used to do wars when the game first was in concept. That's gone. They've said that that's not possible. But you can use that as an idea. And I can see Sharks' put, I wonder if Titans will change the game in any way. We've been talking again in playtest. It's been really good playtest recently. There's been a lot of debate, a lot of chats. It's been really good. And we've been talking in playtest about our concerns already with Titans. And we've already said that we're worried that they will either be massively overpowered or massively underpowered. We've also said that we would prefer them to be defense only at the start and then get brought out attack later. But I do understand that people will want to play with these new toys, be a bit disappointed. But defense does need a bit of a buff. We also said that, if the two Titans are fighting, they have no say on how the battle is won. I mean, I don't want to go into too much, but your attacking combiner will give you attacking, advantages. Your defending combiner will give you your base defending, buffs, so to speak, on certain things. I'm not too sure yet, but that will happen. And I think that when that does happen, the Prime League effects will be scaled back slightly to deal with that, and then the Prime League effects will slowly be increased. So I think that by November, December, I think wars will slightly get harder anyway, but still, wars are still a bit stale regardless of Titans coming in and what they're going to do, regardless of Prime League effects, regardless of all this. Wars have not changed since the game was released. Yes, it was different in beta, but it's not changed since release. They need to spice things up a bit. They need to change it up a bit. You know, I'm not resting for these Prime League effects changing. It's good in the meantime, and I said that to Dale. I went, this is good for a quick fix, but it's a plaster. It's a plaster over a crack. No, the crack is still there. A plaster is not going to solve a crack. A plaster is for a little wound, not a massive crack in the ground. It's, you know, it's a little band-aid over something. It needs some serious treatment. It needs some work on it. Hot Rod's talking about Maximus. Volcanicus won't be changed yet. I think he'd probably be the next one if they ever did it. But I know they want to do Maximus. But again, this is... I believe that they're taking on an extra person into the team so that they can deal with things. They're extending the sagas a bit longer so they can deal with things like this. Because there's so many things that they've promised they will do. So many things that they want to do that they can't because of Titans. And Yanis himself has said that all his time is taken up by Titans at the minute. Literally 100% of his time. And so they're 1 ape down. There's only half the team actually working on the game right now. And so it takes twice as long. So, and Fabian's now on holiday this week. So you've got Yanis this week working on Titans. You've got Fabian who's on holiday. So literally this week there is no one working on the game this week. So, you know, I get there's constraints. And people entitled to holidays, I get it. But again, for me, you know, they should have enough people in the team to keep the work going when some person goes on holiday. You know, I don't mind Volcanicus. I actually think he's alright. But, you know, let's one bot at a time. One combiner at a time. Maximus and Menasor. Not Menasor. Maximus and Bruticus and Otus Maximus. They definitely need a buff first. And let's concentrate on those. Sharks is put as a lower level player who was in silver and in the occasional gold war. I honestly never really bothered to do wars. Yeah, we were talking about that. It's really bizarre. So what keeps you going playing the game? What is the thing for you? Because for me, I level my bots to compete in wars. And I don't understand. I mean, everyone has their own way of playing the game. So if you're leveling your bots and not competing in wars, then what are you using them for? Because everything you get in rewards, in terms of wars, in terms of events, is to power up your bots for wars, surely. I don't know. Yeah, Sharks has put the rewards don't... Well, we've said this before. We've talked about it before, that rewards at lower levels don't suit the lower levels. For me, it should be shards. Shards should be lower in lower zones. Definitely should be shards. I get that Spark is hard to come by, but sadly, you can't have everything. You can't have Spark, and you can't have shards, and you can't have everything else. So I would prefer shards to be at lower levels. But, you know, and that gives you more bots, so you can level them. And you can do more in Zen, you can do more in events, and it helps you in that way. But, you know, in terms of Spark, you are going to be a bit Spark scarce. Spark scarce at that sort of level. So, yeah. Defensor buff. So, but you're dreaming. Atari's put, we need a second defensive option besides Omega Supreme. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Well, the other combiners are alright. I just think they're too weak. I said this, that in Transformers lore, when you see a combiner, you're like, whoa, this is big. You know, how are we gonna defeat this guy? This is crazy. When you see a combiner on China server, you're like, oh no. This ain't good. This is gonna end badly. Oh my, I need tracks, I need everything, I need to pull the stops out. When you see a combiner in Air Force, in the global server, you're like, just like another bot, really. It's not the end of the world. You know? It needs to change. I think that personally, I think I'd add 100% HP and even 120% DPS. I'd add more DPS and more health to them. Make them a monster that they should be. They should be crazy. Because think about it, to give you an idea, I mean, say I've got Rook in an outpost who has, is it 30k health? Is this 100% HP in a outpost? I'm sure it is. Yeah. Oh no, 63% HP. 63 HP. So about 20k HP. 20k for Rook. So a 5-star Rook has 20k HP. Round 1. And then a level 20 at Mega Supreme has 32k HP. It's not a ridiculous amount more. You know, it's not a ridiculous amount more than, you know, more than a bar. You know, and let's even go a little bit lower. I mean, looking at, say, Defensor, then yeah, 33k. Volcanicus, 27k. There's not a huge difference. You know, they need improvement. Grand Transport, could they set it so you get to pick your war rewards? Say there are 4 rewards, you can choose whether you take Spark or 4 Spark. That's a good idea, Grand Time. Well, in China server, they have loot boxes where you can choose what you want. So the first one, you'll either pick one of 3 bots. So it might be Dust Up, it might be Sideswipe, or it might be Power Glide. Let's pick three really poor bots. Might be one of those, and you get 10 crystals. Then you can pick Spark, or Fuel Cells, or Coins, and it's like $20, say, something like that. So you get to pick out of 3 things. I think that'd be pretty good in terms of war. I think that'd be a good system to put in. I'm going to put that forward. Oh, you should. You're in there now. You do it, Grand Time. I think we should do that. I think we should be able to sort of cater our own rewards. But I also understand that they, you know, they don't want to make it, you know, a gotcha system. It's all about chance, and then it's not about having a choice really as much. You know, there's not much choice in this game, is there? It's like, you're getting this. This is what you get. You can't get that unless you spend. There's no like, oh, you might get this. I mean, there is in terms of crystals, in terms of drop rates, but that's it. That's where the chance is. You don't get a choice, do you? Really? It's not a choice. It's a, you know, it's a chance. So yeah. I do like that idea, Grant. I think you should put it forward in playtesting. Yeah. Matt Polish put, I had a defense replay that the team hit with a 5-star with the power 1,000 points above my 4-star level 20 Mega, and attacking 5-star went down really quickly. Yeah, Omega is good, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying they're not really that scary. That's what I'm saying. Hot Rod said crystals needs to be changed. The drop rates, that won't change. I will put money that drop rates won't change. Instead of changing the drop rate, what they will do is increase the crystals, which is what I wanted to talk about previously when I talked about the free crystals. We'll touch about that in a minute. Remind me when I come back to this and I say what we'll talk about, because I'll probably forget. It's about free crystals and drop rates and things like that. Atari's put, he needs a way to chase certain items. He wanted a G-Metal Chrome. So, yeah. Sadly, the only way to chase these things is money. Certain things will always be rare, and they need to be rare, sadly. But we did talk about, we did talk about guarantees. So, in terms of our increased rates of, say, G1s. So, G1, I think it was the Cup Bundle. They said there should be a guarantee. I think it was Grind Time. His experience that I passed on. Grind Time was chasing I think it was a G-Metal Cup core, and he wasn't even getting Cup dupes. He was getting other bots, and then when he did get a Cup dupe, it would have been getting G1 cores. So you know that's not fair that you're chasing a certain bot, getting different 4-stars. When you do get that 4-star, you're not even guaranteed to get that core. So they've increased the rate of G1 drop rates, things like that. But when Atari, right, a G metal chrome, you mean for Jetfire? If that's the case, then I'll pass that on, because really that's the same as the G1 cores, really. That if you pull a duplicate Jetfire, then you should have a better chance at getting the Chrome core. Definitely. If that's what you mean, then I'll pass that on. But yeah, anyway, so I'm just reading the chat. I'm just catching up and trying to catch any questions that we've got. But yeah, so yeah, someone else asked earlier about if I'm saving freebies for a reason. So over time, crystals do get improved. I mean, when we first got crystals, I mean, God, combiners used to have a spark for each combiner, and then they combined it so that you'll need combiner spark for all of them. But back in the day, you used to have to get Superion spark for Superion, Octus Maximus spark for Octus Maximus, and that's the way it was. And things got improved, and then they brought bot shards into the pulls, so they're always improving crystals. Now, at the minute, I don't need them prems. I don't need any more 5 stars, really. I probably do, but the prems aren't really going to help. Let's be honest, I'm probably going to get a 4-star maybe out of 100 prems if I'm lucky. And in terms of free crystals, then the chance is very, very less. So, in terms of free crystals and prems, I don't really need them, really. But there could be a chance in the future that could get improved. I mean, it could take a week, it could take a month, it could take a year. There's nothing saying that it's going to change. But I just know that, you know, as people know, I've said this before, I'm very economic with things. I try and save things and use them when I really need them. And I really weigh up the pros and cons before I invest in something. Like, if it's all the gold cores, when G Metals come out, I said I'm not going to level a gold core now past level 10. In fact, I don't even think I've leveled a gold core. I've done without. I had a few obviously leveled up already, but I said I'm not sitting out. I'm not. And even some of the G Metals, I got some G Metals, and I was like, well, I don't really use that bot as much. I'm not really going to bother with it, or I might take it to level 10 or something. I'm going to keep my cores. And so, you know, when these new cores come out that are massively overpowered, I'll go and chase that core, and I'll have enough resources to level it up. Because I save in the hope that something will improve in the future. So, yeah, listen, I promise you, there's nothing even been talked about prems. There's nothing been talked about free crystals. There's nothing on the cards. And now, I will not say that. If there is, I just won't say anything. I'll just say, well, you never know. Yeah? If there definitely is, I might drop a hint, but I'm not going to say there is. But if there's definitely not, I will come out and say there's definitely not. There is no plans to improve crystals. There's been no talk of it. There's been nothing at all. But I am just saving them in the hope that one day they will, and now get something better than them out of them than other people were. I was actually saving these a lot until, I'm not sure if you saw the last video where we did a crystal opening and went a bit mental trying to get a 5-star bot, 5-star wheeljack, and then yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous, absolutely crazy that I got him. Super pumped that I got him. But yeah, I was saving them with freebies then, but under peer pressure we opened them and I just started again. So I'll keep opening my cons because I don't want to save the cons really. I've got a reason to save the cons, but I'm definitely saving the bot ones, definitely. SG Soundwave has put, combiner should have some type of passive ability. Example, his defensor's passive ability can be given the area where he died and reflects you for X amount of time. Yeah, well he already does that when he dies, so he's already got that. That's giving me an idea though, maybe. Why could we not give combiners? Well, yeah, they do. Yeah, no, yeah. I understand where you're going with that. I understand that. I'm trying to think on that now, yeah. But See, every time I think of these, I think, would that stop Goldfire? How would that stop Goldfire? Because no matter how much I love Goldfire, he is massively overpowered. And as a player, I wouldn't want to see him change. But as a play tester, I also understand that he's that powerful and that good that, you know, something does need to change, really, sadly. It's frustrating when you're a top level guy and you've got top cores in your base and someone comes along with a 4-star Goldfire and it helps beat your base, and it's like, well, that shouldn't happen. You know, someone shouldn't be able to take on one of the top bases in the game or top players in the game and beat him with a 4-star Goldfire. It's not really fair. Or even just one 5-star and a team of 4-stars. It shouldn't really happen. You know, it's not really on. Especially the top guys in the game. How long until the 5-star makers apart? Oh my days. Yeah, well, this is a running joke, wasn't it? Let's be honest. Like, I have no idea. No clue. No idea. And anyone that asks this question from now on is getting muted. I'm joking. But yeah, honestly, guys, listen, as soon as I know something, you'll know something. You know how it works. As soon as I can say something, I will. I'll try and give hints, but that's for you to do the legwork, you know. But you know, and sort of use your head a bit and sort of decide on what's coming. But you know, save your shards. You know, in the meantime, if you want to try and get it, and yeah, hopefully, you know, I was saying I think they missed a trick with this. If they're going to be doing all these events like this, they should have brought a part out that's not just a Mega Supreme part, but like the you know, Enigma combination maybe, and you could put it on a Mega Supreme if you wanted. You could be able to put it into a Titan if you wanted it, or you could put it in probably the new Beast Wars combiner when it comes out. That'd have been pretty good, because then you could do the event time and time again. They can't really do the Mega Supreme event again, because all those that got it last time were pretty bored. They were like, well, I don't really need to play this event. So they put themselves into a bit of a, you know, a pigeonhole in that sense. So I'm not sure what they're going to do with that. They said they might do run an event again, but I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't see how. But yeah, it'll still be a, you know, 2 million event still. Nothing will change then. But yeah, in the meantime, save your 5-star shards if you do want the Omega Supreme 5-star. But personally, if it was me, go and get Computron 4-star. Save your 5-star shards, 5-star bots. If I had a choice between, is it 15k shards they said it would be? 15k shards? If I had a choice between 15k 5-star shards and Computron, or a 5-star Omega, I'd choose Computron all day. All day. Yeah. Talking of combiners, you might have seen it earlier, we've got Omega in the lab. So he'll be available as a 5-star by next weekend. So next weekend we'll be doing a stream. It's a 5-star event. It's Super XP. So we'll be doing a stream. And we'll try and show a bit of 5-star Omega Supreme gameplay in the global server. So we'll try and do that. And we'll try and show a bit of a Computron in the global server as well. Because we've got Computron who's going in the lab after him. But I couldn't hold it off for a couple of days. So we're trying to get Computron up to... I'm trying to get Computron up to 18. So the idea is get Omega Supreme up to 21. Let's do that now. Then get Computron up to 18. And then get Defensor up to level 20. That's the plan. We've got 1.2 million Spark, but I think we might just get enough, I think. And that's the plan. That's my long-term plan. And then I'll have Computron at a decent level, and then probably get Computron to 20 after that. So Computron's decent level, Omega Supreme at a decent level, and Defensor a bit tougher because sometimes he can't get his abilities off. So yeah. But in the meantime, we'll do a few battles. We'll actually take Computron with us. We'll do a bit of a Computron gameplay. Why not? We can even do a bit of wars actually. What should I do? Should we do events or should we do wars? Should do event. I mean, I completed the event. I've done 10k there. But yeah. Or we can go through war. It's up to you guys. I can maybe run through a few bases and tell you how I attack them and why. But we could even maybe try and do war without Goldfire. It's up to you guys. I'll do anything really. Because it's not a war that we're tracking. It's not really a hard war, so we can sort of play about and try new things really. But yeah, Computron's really, really good combiner, guys. Really good. Really impressive. I agree, Hot Rod. 15k shard to Omega is not worth it. I agree. Unless you have everything in the game, which, to be honest with you, those that have everything in the game will already have the 5-star part anyway. Yeah. We've got 2 votes of war, so Shax is at 6k. Come on, get your butt in gear. 6k? Come on. I literally worked for 12 hours on Friday. Came home, did 4k. Then worked for 11 hours on Saturday. Did a couple of k beforehand, a couple of k afterwards, and then did 2k today. Done. Done. Christian Cruiser's put, can you make gameplay for Sandstorm? I'll try and put my team for the first attack. The problem with Sandstorm is how much it costs. What is it good for? Yes. Yes, Shax's here. So, let's get out the first base. What have we got? So, no Goldie. No Goldie. Yeah, the problem is, Sam, we've all sort of come up with things like that. We can't really change the way Outpost works, sadly. It's just not feasible. So I'm looking at the Thunder Tower straight away for Blade, but it's not in here. So not really worth it. Build bots, EMP, Zone Heal. So yeah, we just don't like those shield build bot cores. We need to take them out if that's the case. MDS is right in the path of Goldfire. What's used Goldfire? So if I was using Goldfire, I'd go Goldfire, 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 drop Combiner, take them out, job done. But I need to finish here because I think that will cover all the outposts. I think. So this is what I said in my what they called rinsing videos. That, you know, don't leave one defense where 4 outposts can be popped by one thing. It's so poor. I mean, I could drop Cup. I don't think one jump, but definitely one rush to there pops all 4 outposts and Combiner. You know, you don't want that, guys. And this section here is very much centralized. So one blade right in the middle there kills that. But I'll tell you what we'll do. Oh, and just so you know, they said in the newsletter that Bumblebee will be fixed for ability 11. He's still broken from 1 to 10. He's still doing the right amount of damage. He's still doing about 600 less damage when maxed out. So that should be addressed this week, and that should be changed. And then Bumblebee will be even better. Yeah. So my plan is what have we got course-wise? Death Pulse, not bothered about that. Target Protocol, a bit dangerous. Armor's not a worry. Target Protocol, G-Metal, level 9. So, yeah, that's probably the worry. We probably need to take that out, maybe, make sure. So I'll probably take that out with Jetfire, maybe. That's a worry. That's a worry. And then these as well. Very low cores, though. So my plan is to walk right up the middle. Then I'm going to pop all these with... I think I'm going to pop them with Rook. I think maybe, but I need to take the section out here, or... I might actually go this section here, actually. I might go this way. I might go this way and take this out without using ability points. Pop these 2 with Rook. And take this out with Sea Spray and Blades, I think. But yeah, those that remember the rinsing videos, the section's back open again, so you can go and put your rinses, your bases in there to get rinsed, and we're gonna do some rinsing again soon. So we've not worked out if we're gonna have a guest appearance on it, but we normally do on these rinsing videos, have someone joining in. We've not worked that out yet, whether it's Grind Time or someone else. But yeah, I'm looking at doing that in a few more weeks as well. Could Prime Rush? I don't do Prime Rush. I hate Prime Rush. But I'm trying to think, because I'm used to Goldfire so much. I can look at the base and go, gold, 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 done. So it's a bit harder. So, yeah. Okay, so we've got Wheeljack in there now. 5-star Wheeljack. So he's set up as well. So we've got 2 5-star healers. So let's take Goldfire out. And let's put, Put Rookie in first place. I like to do this. Put Blaster in second place. And we'll put let's try it with Sandstorm then. What core should we put on Sandstorm though? Nexus. You haven't got any energy on to change it, so it might have to be Nexus. Liege? Liege even maybe. That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, let's put Liege on him. Okay. Sandstorm it is. Computron. Let's do this. I did want Sea Spray actually. But no Sea Spray, so we'll have to do without it then. I did want Sea Spray, but someone said they wanted Sandstorm. So we'll do Sandstorm for base 1. We'll give it a try. I'm not convinced about Sandstorm as a bot. You need to reach cost reduction. But, yeah. We'll see. You don't Prime Rush because you don't have the touch. No. The problem is that Prime Rush fails sometimes. That's the annoying thing, and there's nothing worse. Nothing worse than a failed Prime Rush.
Deploy! Blaster! Deploy! Wheelchair!
So like there, like that. Drop Computron now. Got 2 outposts to pop, but all the bots are stunned, so. At the combiner as well. I use a bit of Sandstorm actually. Nope, gonna use a bit of blades instead. Let's heal these guys up again with Sandstorm. There we go. Fast forward. Done. Base 1 down. Falcon base 2. Probably get through about 3 bases, I think, before the combiner runs out. Okay. Oh, this is made for Sea Spray and Blades. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, he's got a Thunderstorm as well. Oh my days. Okay. Let's change that then. So we've recently just took Sea Spray to 10. So yeah, bit more powerful. Yeah, happy with that. Okay. So we're gonna go.
Deploy jetfire.
We're gonna put that there like that. Take that out. Gonna do a bit of that there. Bit of health there.
Stand your ground.
Don't think I need sea spray. 40 ability points. Wow. Fast forward. Done. Too easy. That's quite a poor design though. So look at this base. Base 3. A little bit harder this one. Still quite cramped though. No thunderstorms. Where are they? Where are the shock towers? Oh, there at the front. Okay. But we can hack a nice area there, I think. We might have to take these out with actually hack a nice area there. Like maybe there with blades. Hack that with blades. Yeah, there's no air core, so hack this area with blades. Take it out with yeah. Competition is amazing. Really is, honestly. I rate him better than a Mega Supreme, I really do. And don't forget, he's on 15 as well. Level 15, he's not even maxed out, so it's going to be ridiculous when you max him out. So we'll go from here.
Deploy jetfire. Stand your ground.
Oh, there's no combiner. Wow. No combiner activated. That's really cool. This ain't good. Split quite bad. Need to get blades up here quite quickly. Bit of sea spray action. Probably do it with sea spray actually. There we go, HQ down. I think we can get one more base out of this, I think. I don't want to be able to scout it though, but we're going to take the same group in, the same team in. We're not going to change. It's the thing you see, you can take any team in and just go, yeah, go this team. That's it. Job done. So yeah, last one. No scouting though, let's go in. So want to take Sea Spray to 11. I so do, but I'm saving from a war team. He's not on my war team yet. I know it sounds crazy that you think that, oh, this is a walk in the park, but this is not a top team. It's a good team, but not a top team. Still using Gold Fire, but when Gold Fire becomes irrelevant, I've got a backup team. That's the point of it. Always have a plan B. That's grind time. I always say that to him. Always have a plan B. So we're going to attack from here. I'm going to put Blaster's minions there to put that outpost hopefully. There we go. See later. Oh. Oh god, we nearly lost a lot of bots then. I didn't even see why. I think it's all the sharks. So we're about to save a bit earlier. Nice thunderstorm there. Pop the combiner. We've saved it. We've saved it. And there we go. Fast forward now. Face down. Oh, we can get one more in. We can get one more in. We can get one more in. Let's see if we can beat Commander now without Gold Fire. Next challenge is no Gold Fire, no Blades. But let's put Bumblebee instead. Put Bumblebee in. Should probably put him in for this battle actually, you know, instead of Blades just for a giggle. But I have to switch all the cores around and stuff because 5-star Top Shot makes a huge difference, believe it or not. Bigger difference than I thought. I didn't think it'd be that much of a difference. But I went into a war during the event and didn't take because I had Top Shot on Cup for Lagooning, so I didn't have them equipped, and the war went really bad. Okay, so we're gonna pop these two outposts around here. Don't think we can pop them on. Maybe it's a bit far that though.
Deploy now. Reap the whirlwind.
And there you go. That's why you got to use this hack first. This ain't looking good. I think we lost this. I think we might have lost it. Wow, lost. Lost. Used too many ability points at the start. Jane Cocky trying to use Sea Spray to destroy the base and couldn't. So. Let's try one more time, but with Defensor, we'll see a huge difference. You've got to get a hack off a Computron, you've got to do. The problem was that I put Computron on that side rather than the opposite side. I think that's a problem. I think I should have put him on the opposite side. We'll see now. We'll see. Yeah, rip. Okay, let's try again.
Deploy. Now, reap the whirlwind. Stand your ground.
Take it nice and slow this time.
Abilities ready. Abilities ready.
There we go, that's the difference. Bit of pathing, bit of defensor. Done. Grant says, but you know if you use Gold Fire. Yeah, I know if you use Gold Fire. But there we go, not too bad, not too bad. But yeah, so no Gunfire War, 275 against the less opposition. Not the best, really, but like I said, that's not the base at the end, really. Yeah, just a bad decision on my part using Computron, really, and using them as I did. That's why, you see, that is why I want to level them up. That's why I need to get them a bit better, really. But yeah, I'm still learning with Computron as well. I've still got to sort of train myself a bit on how to use him. And yeah, I'm finding myself what I'm going to have to do is because I've took out the defenses on one side, I'll have to drop him on the other side so he can do the most amount of damage. Because if you drop him on the same side, nothing for him to hack. And once you rush into position to get him to use the hack, it tends to die a lot. So yeah, I'm going to start dropping Computron on the opposite side of my box. And before we sign off, Voodoo Ride is asking what's my Jetfire setup. My Jetfire setup is literally a 5-star top shot with a Yoko, switched it round, and then Blades has got flak instead. And the reason for that was that I use Blades more, so I wanted a bot that's behind more to have the damage. I didn't want to put it on tracks because tracks has got less DPS. Jetfire's also got, I think it's got slightly more DPS, 742. Yeah, so it's got slightly more DPS, so I get more damage out of it. So I've switched it round and put my 5-star top shot on Jetfire instead of Blades. So yeah, close to maxing Blades out. I think by next weekend, Blades will be fully maxed out. So that's it for today. Like I said, pretty chilled out streams. Having a chat about playtesting. So thanks to everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit a like as well. You know, it means a lot on my videos. Trying to hit to 4,000 subs. We're slowly getting there. It's still touch and go. I'm not just saying that. It really is like, I might just make it. I might just not. So 4,000 subs is the, is the aim. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, just hit that subscribe button, guys. It doesn't cost you a penny to subscribe. But thank you to everyone that has subscribed already. Big shout out to my members as well, especially the platinum guys. Big thank you to those. Tune in next Wednesday. I don't even know what the newsletter's going to be Wednesday, because normally we know an idea of something that's coming up, but I think Wednesday might be a bit of a chilled stream as well. And then next weekend we'll be leveling our bots. Who will I be leveling next weekend? Probably this guy. Probably this guy. Hearing some good things about this guy. So yeah, I'll probably be leveling this guy up to 60. And maybe either leveling first aid up to 62 or something. I don't know yet. Maybe even up to 64. Who knows? But we've got a few things, like I said. But yeah, 5-star shards as well. Gets us close to another 5-star pull. You know what that means. A big crystal video as well. And I seen someone earlier mention about Skywalker Grey. I have been talking with Skywalker Grey about getting him on the stream as well. But we've got to set a date because it's quite hard because we're opposite ends of the world, literally. So it's quite hard for us to sort something out. But that's a plan this week. Sort out with Graham. We'll have Graham on the stream as well. Yeah. And I think we've done most of the content creators. I think most of them. Yeah, I think so. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. And don't forget to tune in Wednesday. Don't forget to tune in next weekend at the same time. Don't forget the Wednesday stream is an hour later. So, yeah, and then an hour earlier on Sunday. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And peace out, guys.